Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to be taking a look at FAMI from LOVEBITES, the bass player. She came in after her very successful audition of 2021 and has been a very solid performer ever since for the band. She just put out her debut single, and it came out on the 25th, so just very, very recently. It's part of a debut EP called Hakaniwa, but the name of the song is Sandbox Affordance. Very interested in checking it out. She was already a successful YouTuber before she joined LOVEBITES. I'm very curious to see what she has here. Adrian, do you have any thoughts ahead before we look at this?
I'm, the same as you. I'm interested in, see what it sounds like, and, just see hear a video from FAMI.
All right, let's go ahead, check it out. We will talk about it afterwards.
All right.
Okay, let me see here. Fun, surreal, spirited, inexplicable, very pop sounding, probably could be a hit. I don't know what things are like in Japan on the pop charts there, but that sounded like a really upbeat, fun song to me with a lot of very interesting elements that need to be explored further.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, what the pig and the dog were supposed to signify.
Well, she's talking about the evil in the world and how it has to justify itself. And I remember Pink Floyd Animals featuring those two particular animals as egregious creatures within the Animal Farm style situation, that she would use, the metaphor you would use.
Yeah, this is very different from most Love Bites songs. I mean, you can kind of hear a little bit of Love Bites in there, but you wouldn't hear this in other Love Bites songs.
Well, keep in mind, that's why it's solo. That's why it's not a Love Bites song.
Right.
It probably didn't fit, for Love Bites, and that's why it's on her solo album. Very interesting stuff, though. Do we have any lyrics in here anywhere? No. I'm going to have to look up the words. I wasn't able to find them the first time. I don't know what they were exactly except for what we saw there. And there was this whole thing about ratatari or something. And I'm not sure what that related to either. But it was fun to watch nonetheless.
Yeah. Oh, boy, does she look happy in this video.
How about all the different ways that the scenes were captured? Like the stop motion.
Yeah, the scene like the Red Room where like the chairs are spinning around her, it kind of reminded me of Sledgehammer.
Twirling chairs, yep, because that's also a stop motion video. But it was just them turning the opposite directions of each other. And thankfully, in that kind of a situation, you probably only have to do about 20 shots because you do the chairs around and then you can just copy paste them now and it's no big deal. And then you stick FAMI in there, There were other things like that, like when the whole thing was upside down and there were objects coming down. I don't know if that was done manually or computer aided. I'm not exactly sure. Could have been either one.
And there was also that little display thing that they had, these little trees on it, and then it had the animals on there.
Looked like a little Japanese sandbox. Yeah, like a Zen sandbox. All of the executives have those things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things you'll find in an executive office, usually either on a bookcase, on top of a bookcase, or something. It's just like a corporate gift you might give your boss. Here, we got a little sandbox for you with interesting objects on it and a little rake you can use to rake the sand. It's like, oh, thank you. I think. Okay. Yeah, it kind of looked like that, And then she was in there too at the end.
Yep.
And I'm sure there was some symbolism there. I'm sure there's all kinds of symbolism in this song that we did not catch, but we knew it was there. Okay. So it didn't escape our attention that it existed. We just couldn't figure out what it was. So maybe this is a good place to start a discussion about that.
It was cool seeing this video. It was very different from Love Bites, of course. It's cool that she's putting out a solo album.
EP, but yes, it is. It is. We'll have to learn a little bit more about that. I don't think that it's out yet. I think this song is coming out ahead of the EP. Anyway, we will keep an eye on this and see what comes of it. But folks, why don't you let us know what your thoughts are? And if you've gone through the lyrics, if you've done some analysis on the song, what can you tell us about what's going on here? What are some of the secrets in there? Because we would be interested in looking into that. And I'll keep looking for lyrics. Maybe they'll become easier to find as time goes on, because the song's only been out a few days, at this point. So, okay. And folks, if you have other suggestions, you can leave those below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining us today. We will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.